Before the video starts, I just wanted to say thank you to Lover of Cartoons for drawing these poses for a little character. This guy will be in videos from now on, so thanks to Lover of Cartoons. Their Twitter is in the description, so check it out. And they're also starting a Ninjago fan series, so go check that out as well. Every Ninjago episode is a masterpiece.
I could really use a hand, brother!
I'm here for you, sister!
Okay, obviously not every episode of the show is a banger, but what are the worst episodes? Yeah, we're talking about the absolute worst episodes of the show. Oh, my sources? IMDb may not be the most reliable source, but it's the only site I could find with numbered ratings. This list starts from 10, having the highest rating out of all these episodes, to 1, having the worst rating in the show. I will be rescoring the episodes to what I think they deserve. Okay, last thing. This technically isn't the most accurate order, but if I went with what IMDb says, we would be talking about Season 11 all day. So I was selective with the episodes I talk about. Enough of my stupid Australian accent, let's dig in.
You are also modest, I see.
Well, modesty prevents me from agreeing, but yes.
The episode with the highest rating is Master of the Mountains, Queen of the Months. This episode has the Queen of the Months falling head over heels for Jay, which pisses off Nia, so they fight for his love. It's a pretty good premise for an episode, and something we've never really seen before. No one has ever showed this much interest in Jay, so seeing Nia act protective was actually really cute. Lloyd is also hanging around, but he doesn't have much to do. Seeing the Months society was fun, and I think it's really funny that the Months don't have very good grammar. But the Queen does. She has that dumb, slow-sounding voice, but her grammar is pretty good. The fact that Nia one-shots the Queen in a fight shows how strong she is, which isn't shown very much. In terms of negatives, there isn't much to talk about other than the episode not really contributing to the overall plot of the season. Nia does become the Queen by the end, and the Months do help overthrow the Skull Sorcerer, but that's about it. Alright episode, ranked a tiny bit high, but still fun. 7.3 out of 10.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm super hooped, and I haven't brushed my teeth in a week!
Oh boy, this one's a doozy. Let's start with the bad. This episode takes place at the peak of Cole and Jay's love triangle with Nia. Pixel tells everyone that Cole would be a much better match for Nia based on an algorithm. Jay hears this and gets mad at Cole, and fighting ensues. They get trapped in a crusher, they still fight. They somewhat apologize before almost dying, but then they fight again. Nia has to shut down the crusher by choosing a black or blue wire. She stops the crusher, then the two start fighting again. What was the point of apologizing if you're gonna keep fighting? It just goes on and on, even when they're fighting people together. It's very stupid, but we already know it's stupid. Lloyd stupidly grabs a bird as it's about to fly, and Garmador tells him to put it back and get moving, but no, he stands there and watches as the angry dad comes in to attack them. Lloyd, you dense motherfucker. This episode is just irritating. But what are the goods? Zane and Pixel are really cute together. I like that Zane can't really fight at the moment because he split his power source to power Pixel. And together they can fight because they complete each other. Aww. Evil Sensei Wu is really cool, and the mysterious figure is set up to be really smart and calculating. This episode should definitely be ranked lower. It's insane. 5.5 out of 10.
I pay you in knowledge, Dwayne, and this is where you learn how to chop, so chop chop.
Uncharted is a fantastic episode. I love the suits so much. They're just so great. I love Twitchy Tim. I love Cole's man bun. Twitchy resets after a while, so he repeats himself. And I find it funny that he rejects their cry for help twice, but on the third time he accepts. They gaslight him a little bit, which is a little weird. And his cries of terror really hyped up the island's danger. Misako and Clutch Powers lead the expedition team to the island, because they're both explorers. Makes sense, yeah? But why did Sensei Wu go? Maybe he was trying to get some. I don't know, but I thought it was odd. I know people don't like this Clutch Powers, but I don't really mind him. He's so good at being a dick. This should be rated way higher. It's almost criminal. 8 out of 10.
Potato was a flange. 41,823. A narwhal horn is to red as weather is greater than pudding.
I'll try not to be biased because it's a season 7 episode, but I'll tell you now, this should have been rated way lower. All the characters are just so aggressive towards each other. I know at this point they were in a tough spot, but still, they feel like different characters. I don't know why the ninja are against Lloyd taking charge, because they've never had a problem with it before. Zane speaking gibberish was funny at first, but it gets old after a while. I do like the bit of the Vermilion stealing a whole garbage truck, but the plan as a whole was a little undercooked. which they even mention in the episode.
All the medal? Like, that's it? Finito?
Yeah? Why?
Nothing. It's fine.
Hello, Dareth. Another bit I liked was Dareth buying his fake trophies from Ronan. Pixel's disappearance was a fun little mystery to end the episode. Yep, I didn't like that episode. It had a really weird feeling to it. It's kind of hard to explain. You're just gonna have to believe me. 4 out of 10.
You want to talk secret powers? Check this out.
The first episode? I'm surprised this isn't higher. Cole speaks with Kai's voice.
We can train tomorrow.
Good start. But really, it does a great job capturing the audience's attention, setting up Lloyd Garmadon, the Serpentine, the Prophecy of the Green Ninja, and even more world building. All this in 22 minutes. It has entertaining scenes like the ninja battling to see who would become the Green Ninja, and the fight at Jamonokai Village. I like how they present Lloyd in this episode. He has the Hypnobra at his command, but he uses them for childish things instead of committing really bad crimes. That is so basic of a plot, but I don't know why I like it so much. It shows that he probably doesn't really want to be evil, he just wants attention. It also presents the characters really well, which is good because this is most people's first introduction to them. The episode does have that early Ninjago jank though. The characters swap voices from time to time, their eyes get really wide for shots, and they're still trying to figure out some of the voices. But other than that, it's pretty solid, and it deserves to be ranked a little higher. 8 out of 10.
What's gotten into you?
It's a bad boy thing.
The episode is very fun. Garmadon creates evil versions of the ninja to take him out, while the ninja are at Lloyd's old school. It has a lot of charming moments, like the evil ninja doing the most PG evil things they can think of. There's even this scene with Garmadon and the snakes.
Anyone?
What if you made more pirates?
Over the side.
No. I was kidding. No, please.
This is familiar. That's because there's a scene exactly like this in the movie.
Go ahead. Give me some ideas.
Well, sir, I was thinking maybe we could work on the morale of the troops. They're always scared of being fired.
Was it a reference? Who knows? Other fun moments include the ninja fighting their evil doppelgangers, Zane being used as a battering ram, Lloyd getting tied up twice, and the students of the school dressing up as ninja to distract the evil versions. This is an early season 2 episode, so it's a filler episode, but it's still really charming. It's executed really well, and it's rated pretty fairly, so no change for this one.
Are those pirates?
I know I said I was going to space out the episodes to not be too repetitive, but I really liked this one when I first watched it, so let's see if it holds up. This is the episode that shows off Captain Soto for the first time. I love the shitty apartment they live in at this time. Later on, they have access to a massive base, mechs, and vehicles, so seeing more humble beginnings is refreshing. I want to mention that the bounty is shown to have sank in the ocean in a flashback, so how did Zane find it in Season 1? This is the episode where we first meet... Hello, Dareth. 2-in-1 video, wow. I don't actually mind Dareth in this episode. He's more toned down, unlike later on. The mega weapon is also shown off, which is actually an interesting case. It can only create things, and it's ironically in the hands of the Master of Destruction. Lloyd also demonstrates his ability to access the 4 elements of creation. A lot is set up here, which plays a big part later on. I do find it a little strange that these pirates are able to overthrow Garmadon and defeat the ninja, but Nia saving the day was a nice touch. 7.5 out of 10. We are now entering the 3 worst rated episodes. Hold on to your boots because these must be terrible.
Will backwards through this day.
Why is this rated so low? Say it with me now. The almost anime art style. Very good. But seriously, I said it before and I'll say it again. The art style is really cool. They use it for backstories and flashbacks, so at least the main action doesn't have this style. It's good for what they're trying to accomplish. I like the lowly. They're a fun group of characters that add to the D&D style of the season. Corgran is my favourite. It shows us how the king got the skull in the first place, and how they are all down here. But other than that, nothing that important happens. It's just a nice backstory episode. 6.3 out of 10.
Stealth is required at this juncture. Please remain quiet.
How dare you tell me what to do?
Crystallize is very controversial, and this episode demonstrates that in spades. Obviously, the title of the episode gave away what the main part of the episode is about, but let's talk about the other stuff. The bit at the start has Hound Dog finding Lloyd and putting him under arrest, even though the whole city is being taken over. But Lloyd saves him, and then he decides not to arrest him. That was kind of pointless. Misako finds a scroll about a dragon form for the ninja, which comes into play later. Zane's cloaking technology bugs out, so now he's stuck as the Ice Emperor. This doesn't make much sense. Zane's cloaking tech allows him to look like anyone, but he doesn't take on their personalities. I get he was stuck as the Ice Emperor for decades, but I don't know if it's a personality that can just come back. It's nice seeing other characters though, like Ronan, Kilo, and Soto, but nothing else happens. 5 out of 10.
Thank you for choosing the path of peace and...
Who would have guessed? It was a season 11 episode. We get the Beavers from Chima cameo, which is cool to see. Wu and Pixel are trying to open a portal to the Netherrealm, showing that they were actually trying to help the ninja, so that's fine. They open a portal to the departed realm, and the Preeminent escapes, which brings up a whole lot of questions, but I don't want to go too deep into it. Pixel fights it as well. It's not even an entertaining fight in a season full of good action. It just drags on and on. This is an example of bad filler. If I were to create this episode, this is what I would have done. The opening plays out the same, with Wu and Pixel trying to open a portal, but they accidentally fall into one of the realms. They spend the episode traveling through the different realms, encountering different environments, enemies, and friends. They get back home exhausted, and as they are walking into the monastery, the last leaf of tea opens a tiny hole connecting to the Netherrealm, but it goes away before they can see it. I don't know how to make these episodes, but something like that would have been really fun. Overall, the tiny scraps of good are heavily overshadowed by the rest of it. So, 4.5 out of 10. What did you think of my ratings? Comment what's your least favorite episode of the show, or argue against my scores.